people pictures, and that one was in March, end of March. So later on, I will be updating this. So if you want to be on my PowerPoint slide, little claim to fame, please do get in a picture with me later on so I can celebrate you lovely women. So let's move on. Let's attempt to. So yes, my motto is yes to life. Yes to life. Say yes to opportunities. This year alone, I can't even tell you what has been going on. It's been absolutely crazy. But because I've gained confidence, ultimate confidence, and I've empowered myself to say yes to life, to say yes to things that I didn't know I could do, to things that I couldn't do actually, but I learned to do. So I'm going to show you my little framework actually for getting ultimate confidence. So it's time to connect your inner Wi-Fi. So I've been working very hard on a little framework. We did a lot of training with Andy. I don't know if anyone knows Andy Harrington. Yeah. So I've been on a mission to utilise this stage in the best way I can. And I want to do some public speaking training. So it was only a couple of weeks ago, me and Michaela went together. So I haven't implemented all the skills yet, so give me a chance. But I'm going to try and utilise a little bit of it. So Wi-Fi, what is Wi-Fi? You might ask. It might be, of course it's the one that we connect to here on a daily basis all around, but I want you to connect to your inner Wi-Fi. So, I need one of those little clickers, don't I? I need to invest in one of those. So, let's start with W. It's your what. So, I've listed some things there. So, when you're trying to create ultimate confidence and empowerment, I believe it's about discovering what you want, what you really want, what do you want to do? Why are you afraid to do something? What are you trying to create in your life? What do you want, as I said? What am I? What if? That comes up a lot. What would I create if I had ultimate confidence, if I had this, and then ultimately, at the end, so what? So what do I want? What do I want? So for me, I want to live a life of lots of fun and pleasure. So when I'm trying to create opportunities or just step out of my way, a lot of the time, things come up in my head, like, the chit-chatter of words saying you can't do things. So if I can remove myself away from that and ask myself, what do you want, Tichea? Do I want to put my hand up in a meeting? Like Andy Harrington, we did that. I wanted to get the most out of the event. That's why I was there. I wasn't there to sit in the back seat and just write things down. I wanted to get the most out of the event. So, you set the intentions of what do I want. I want to be seen. I want the best of myself. I want the most of my money. I always do that. I want the most of my money. My bad. And then also, what am I? I'm a powerful woman. I am a powerful woman. I've got a message. Oh, this has no power. Interesting. Let's change. So, better. Okay. So what am I? I am an achiever. I am a leader. I've been working on that, guys. That came out really smoothly. I am a leader. In my affirmations, I have been working on that because, was it last? Yes, this lovely lady here, she's writing down. We worked on that, didn't we, together? This lovely coach here. You helped me to, do that affirmation. That was a hard one for me, wasn't it? So I've been working on that, and I am a leader. Yeah, so that's what I am. So let's go off the other side, the other what's as well. What if? Like, we always think that something horrible, like the mic's gonna stop and we're gonna die. So what if it does happen? So so what? So what? There you go. It works, doesn't it? This is pretty good. So what if I fall over? I can get back up again. I've got that kind of humour that I can laugh at myself. And at the end of the day, I want to do it. What do I want? What do I want? I want to speak in front of you guys. even today I was speaking to some of these guys here, just saying, oh no, I was getting all nervous, and just the ego starts chatting, and just starts getting in the way. But what if I didn't? What if I went here and just let everyone share, and I didn't share my message? I'd feel gutted, because I've spent a lot of time working to make this available for you guys, and I want to share my message. So that's thought. So let's go on to the next. So the I in Wi-Fi is intuition. Again, William Whitecloud. I didn't know anything about intuition. I mean, I heard about it. I use your intuition, use your gut instinct. I didn't have a clue. I didn't. So it's not until I started doing the work that I realised, what it was. So here's a dictionary definition of it. So what I want you guys to do, I want someone to share with me today. I want someone to get up now and to share. Right, stop. What are you guys feeling now? When I've said to share, how does it feel? Nervous? Do you feel? What do you feel?
I'll do it. I want it.
But I'm asking you to feel. Feel first of all.
I was going to be rude, but I'm scared. Yeah, I feel scared. I feel vulnerable.
Okay.
I feel exposed.
So that was 5 seconds. Was anyone excited? Right. Yes. Okay. Cool. So what I was trying to kind of demonstrate there is that 5-second rule. So what's her name? Mel Robbins. I don't know if anyone's listened to that book. Yes. That book. Very, very good. So that's how I kind of likened intuition. So that initial, I want to do it, and then 5 seconds, you're like, oh God, I'm scared. But some people have got it, some people haven't. But that's how I just felt scared all the time. I let that 5 second go on, so I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't put my hand up. But initially, I know I was excited, because I like opportunities. I do like to be seen, if you like. But so that's what I was trying to demonstrate there. So again, with intuition, I like to use the feeling of light and heavy. So when you're given like an opportunity to do something, if it feels light and it gives you joy, well, not even joy, if it feels light, I'm just going to say light, that means, I feel it means that I want to do it. I want to do that, whatever it is. If it feels heavy, like straight away it feels heavy, it's not for me. And it took me a long time to actually gauge that. I used to say yes to everything, even though maybe I didn't want to do things. So I just wanted to give you that little demonstration of how I use intuition, or how I gauge it. Has anyone else got any ways of gauging their intuition? Because I think it's super important when you're creating a life that you love and you're trying to gain ultimate confidence.
Gut,
That
gut feeling.
That's
I
call that intuition.
You meet some people and in your gut you're like, warm feeling, and there's other people you meet you're like, something ain't right about you. And then you go, nah, so I'm going to ignore my gut. I'm going to go forward. And you find out afterwards, why didn't I listen to my gut? Why didn't I trust that inner feeling first? So I just trust the inner feeling first and foremost, and I don't trust my eyes. I just trust that gut.
So yours is gut. So yours is is it a warm feeling for something that you like, that you want to do, or something that you like?
Some of the things that I want to do in life, I know I got to do them, but I feel I'm prepared to make the sacrifices to get what I need to get to. So I might like it, but it's a sacrifice. That's the real test. Are you prepared to sacrifice yourself and what of yourself and your time and your energy? Are you prepared to sacrifice for that which you like or that which you love? Because there'll be difficult times in it. You'll be challenged and tested in that thing that you like and you love.
Thank you very much. So with regards to intuition, that first kind of feeling, because a lot of people miss out on those opportunities, what I've managed to create this year, and what I'm trying to do is help you guys to get those opportunities. So this is why I created Wi-Fi, because I really believe intuition is important, but everyone uses their intuition differently. So what I'd love is people to give an idea to us of how they connect, because it was hard before I did the work. I didn't know what that was, and I want everyone to.
For me, about actually making the time to connect to the intuition, because a lot of the time we race around, we don't make that time. And when you do, then you can feel. But if you don't make the time, then you think, oh, I ain't got it, I don't know. But you have, everyone has.
Yeah, that's lovely. Listening, just being quiet. Yeah, so now a lot of the time I drive around with no music in the car, and that's amazing. I do actually get downloads. Just nothing, just being quiet and still. Yeah, so that's another way.
Yeah, I think following on from that, so I use intuition, I don't know how many times through the day, and the way that I connect to intuition is that stillness and presence. Yeah, so, you know, some people call it innocence. I call it, it's like being mindful. It's shutting down all the chatter that's going on in my brain, because all of that chatter is just preconceived information. So for me, it's just shutting down and just really being still, and then asking myself a question, and that's how I use intuition.
That's lovely.
I think sometimes I will use which emotions come up. So I've noticed, I personally anyway, go through this thing where if somebody asks me to do something, do I get this feeling of, oh yeah, I'd really like to help you, or is it coming from a place of guilt? And if it starts to come from one of those emotions of guilt, or I have to, or I'm not going there anymore.
So how do you connect with that emotion of guilt? What's a feeling? Like if you're telling someone else?
Yeah, how do I connect with it?
Yeah, how do you...
I think it's what these guys have just said. I've kind of practiced over the last few years, ever since I got into this whole world, this idea of listening to myself, and actually realising that when because it's not always words, so like it's feeling those different emotions. So I will feel guilty. So if I think to myself, I don't want to do that, and then I feel guilty, then I know that actually I'm not going to go there, because actually it's a feeling of guilt, and that's not an emotion to move on, to create something from, for me anyway. Whereas if I think, there have been times where there's an opportunity, and let's say something like it requires a significant sum of money, but I've had that, I don't care, it's really exciting.
Sacrifice.
I'm going to do it anyway. So it's that, I suppose as you say, it's the light and heavy, but it's very different, it's very specific emotions have come through. So I think I've learned, as you say, with the stillness and the practice, I've learned to identify those different feelings. So I think more recently, the guilt that one was buried for a long time, and now I'm realising so many of my decisions that I've made over the years have come from a place of a sense of duty and a sense of guilt, and this is what you're supposed to do, and people aren't going to be very happy if you don't do that. And then you get to the point where, when you were saying earlier about when you started this transformation, it was really lonely, and I totally connected with that, because I went through a few years where it was just so, you're isolated, because you can't, the old world doesn't understand, and you haven't actually created the new world yet. But then in that space, it's learning to, listen to those emotions and honour them, because they're all about guidance. None of them are bad or good. They're just there to guide you. That Abraham Hicks thing, they're all there to guide you. So learning to listen to that and be okay with other people not being happy with your decisions. And of course, I was a big people pleaser. So that whole needing approval, massive. So having to let go of that stuff.
Oh, brilliant, thank you.
So I think it is everything what everyone said. It's listening. But what I wanted to say is more that you can definitely hyperdrive your intuition with things, because I run a nutrition company, and when you're eating clean, your intuition is elevated. And also, when you come outside, because lately I've been coming outside of my comfort zone, like when you step outside that circle, then the intuition is even more like hyperdrive, because you're now open to situations that you were never open to, because in your comfort zone it's just comfortable now. So food and outside the comfort zone.
some more shares. Lovely, lovely. We'll start with the lovely lady here. Yeah. Hello.
I think for me, intuition is based around focus, concentration, and focus and concentration. Your ability to focus is usually rooted in the way how you're bringing about this consciousness raising, being able to focus on certain emotions as well drives you in certain directions, whether it is the fight, flight, or freeze kind of responses. But the focus, the concentration is what kind of propels the intuition as well. Does that make sense? But yeah, for me, I think focus and concentration raises your ability to have a tuned intuition.
Yeah, because I think if you're on the right kind of path, you know what kind of way to go, don't you?
Yeah, it's
if you're
self-guided.
focused, as you said, writing down exactly where you want to go, when those opportunities do arise, your intuition will be like,
And the more you do it, the more you exercise and you have good faith and you exercise that, you'll have more faith and you can believe in it all the time. So you keep doing it. Almost like lifting weights. First you can't lift the weight, then you can lift the weight, then it's like, yeah, this is easy.
Yeah.
So you can trust your intuition more. So just practicing it over and over again.
I think just adding to what Rihanna said is trust. We need to trust ourselves. So that's the ultimate of the intuition is trusting yourself. So you'll have a feeling come up, and sometimes we give it another name, and you've been told don't go left. We're like, oh, maybe if I just quickly go halfway down the road left, I'll see. So we need to trust that yourself told you don't go left. So the only other way to go is right, and that is the right road for you to go. So we need to learn to trust. We really trust.
But those feelings, so what do you trust? This is what I'm trying to, the question I'm trying to get is like, how do we gauge intuition? Because as I said, how do we gauge it? Then once we know it, then of course we can trust it. But everyone feels it differently. As you said, you've got the warmth, I've got the light and the heavy. Yeah, I want to invoke those kind of things that everyone feels it differently, but once you feel it and you know it,
I think for me it's the feeling.
yours is just
so I know the feeling and trusting the feelings that I'm having. So you get that feeling that you should do that. I think the lady said that already, or stay away from that. And then sometimes, as the lady said already, the guilt says, but you can't help them when you know we don't connect. You know, so it's the trusting and the
quite
feeling.
interesting you said about that. Remember I said about that's a mic now. Interesting. I just had a thought actually, because remember I said I didn't really know about my intuition, but for as long as I can remember, I'd put a cup here, and then there would be something saying, "Don't put it there; it's going to spill." It's that kind of thing, isn't it? That's your intuition. And then I'm like, "Oh no, it's fine." And then next thing you know,
You usually learn from the hard way. You usually learn at first.
Yeah, so stuff like that little voice, that's your intuition. All that feeling is intuition. Once you start being aware, listening, then you get that confidence because you know, I'm going to move this cup. So we can way.
I was just gonna say one thing, which is whenever I don't trust my intuition, the feeling I feel automatically is anxiety. I agree. I agree to something. I agree to meet someone for drinks, or I agree to a project, something that I know in my heart I don't want to do, and as soon as I agree to do it, I'm just like, that was a mistake. And one of the things that I do now is when I find myself in that position, I ask myself a question, which is this honoring myself? Because there's nothing worse than agreeing to something that you don't want to do and then feeling as if you're dishonoring yourself and you're releasing your true wants. So that's how I check in with myself. When that anxiety flares up, I'm like, sorry, we need to cancel that date. I didn't like you in the first place.
Ouch. Ouch. Yes, right.
One of the things
My intuition's going off now.
Personally, though,
is that sometimes other feelings can mask as intuition. So I had that example today. So I was talking to you.
Yes.
And he mentioned something.
Mm-hmm.
And my automatic feeling is, I don't want to hear this. And it feels like intuition. It gave me the same warm sensation, the same knowing that I don't want to do this. So when I'm in that confused place, what I will do is I will step back and listen to it again. And one thing my intuition never does is it never comes from a place of fear, ever. So that's for me. So I stepped back and I listened to it again, and the intuition behind it was saying, this is your body consciousness saying, shut down and run, because this is a trigger from old, and triggers are not necessarily intuition. So I listened again, and that clear voice, my intuition is so clear, it's like crystal clear. It says, stand and listen. Okay? And I stepped back again, and it said, stand and listen. So that's what I listened to. So sometimes intuition, it might feel like intuition, but it's actually stored memory in your body consciousness reacting, and it's not always intuition. And how I've learned to discern is just practice and getting to know myself. That was absolutely, really interesting. So I'm glad. So as you can see, there's lots of ways of feeling your intuition, but it's just, I think just being still and listening. I think, still and listening, and just seeing how it plays out really, and learning from your lessons. So if you do something and you don't follow your intuition, just learn the lesson. So for next time, everything's a lesson.
Ma'am, that was your test, and now you've given testimony. So well done. Talking to you. So well done. That was your test, now you've given a testimony. So fantastic, well done.
So we're going to go on to the next one. So a feeling of pleasure because you're getting what you want from life. So this, again, say yes to life, is about getting what you want from life, fulfillment in your life. Yeah, we deserve to be happy and do whatever we want. We really do. We deserve to make a profit from our passion. As I probably know my story already, that I was in a corporate, doing a creative job, I might add, so I was kind of halfway okay. Being unfulfilled, not happy in the work and the people I was around, and now I know it's about, being fulfilled, being happy. So when you're taking these opportunities or trying to create opportunities, for me, connecting with what I really want. Again, you mentioned it earlier, writing it down. Where do you want to live? Where do you want to live? What kind of people do you want around you? Knowing clear what you want to. Sorry. Come and share the stage with me. Thank you. Distracted now. Sorry. So you've been fulfilled. Like, for me, I mean, like creating these events and speaking and things like that is absolutely amazing. I do feel fulfilled in my general life. I'm so happy. This is the happiest I've been ever. I just can't. I'm so blessed and so grateful for the opportunity that I've created, and for my family and the people that I meet. I mean, this year alone, my intentions were just to connect with people, to say hi. On Facebook, a lot of people we've met through Facebook, and it's just been so beautiful. Everyone is so friendly. I had this story that everyone's gonna not want to talk to me, and they're gonna want things from me, and I made it all up. So I've just been reaching out to people. I've been reaching out and saying hi. How are you? Some people think I'm a bit of a weirdo. That's fine. So what? So, but it's fine. Like I say, okay, on to the next really. I've met so many lovely people, I just can't tell you. So I am the most fulfilled I've ever been. I mean, I'm working on the rest of it. I'm working on a lot of things. I'm going to speaking events, really trying to educate myself and be the best I can be. But for now, I'm fulfilled. So when you're creating this life or trying to go for what you want, really understand what you want, because you don't want it to be opposing beliefs. Yeah, this is from William's work as well. Yeah, opposing beliefs. So when you think you're, for instance, that us women are always trying to diet, and we talked about this earlier, body confidence and things like that. Always trying to diet and go to gym and things like that. So yeah, I used to concentrate on that a lot, and I would always eat like comfort eat kind of thing. And then when I did some work on it, when I was doing the self-development, I realised my focus was on, it was on losing weight. But really, what I was thinking of is that I wanted, to lose weight to gain a partner, really. That's the thing, I wasn't losing weight for my health. I was trying to make myself prettier or slimmer for a partner. So I was just, so it wasn't working, the weight wasn't coming off because I was thinking about an opposing belief. So when it comes to losing weight, which I will go back into, I'm happier than I've ever been there in my body. But when I'm going to look at losing weight or being healthier, it's about nurturing my body, giving my body food that I need. It needs to thrive really, and to grow strong. And that's what I need to focus on, not losing weight for someone else or things like that. So I don't know why I've told you guys that. So fulfillment. So who has got goals here and are moving forward towards their goals? Yeah, you're creating big, amazing goals. Want to get up and speak? Come on. You put your hand up now. Come on. Come sir. Tell us about your goals. Like, this is your business. This is amazing. You're doing amazing things.
Thank you. I guess I'll just have to use my intuition to come up with whatever it is I'm going to talk about. So Joanna Harris, and I'm co-founder of the Oneness Movement. And actually, it really came to me through looking at my own intuition and trying to create my goals rather than, as you were saying, through like trying to get away from something or run towards something, but actually what would I love to create? And when I really went into that space and looked at, what would I love to create? What came out of it was a movement that I wanted to start, because to me, what was really beautiful is when people connect to their heart, connect to their self, connect to their higher purpose, connect to their energy and the energy of everything and everyone around us. And so for me, I'm not a coach, I'm not a healer, I'm not a specialist guru in any one of those senses. I've learned from many of them, but my passion and what I could provide for people was a platform to help those people that are able to help others and to, coach, to nurture, to support other people. That's who I support. So for me, I use my intuition, I use it every day. Sometimes I use my ego a little bit, but I try to build my business with my intuition and really these beliefs around connection, connecting with my team, connecting with my customers, connecting by getting up on stage, even though I'm not used to that kind of thing. But that's really what it is about for me. And so, thank you.
So anyone else got goals or what are you trying to create, and how are you getting closer? What's your intuition provided you so far to get you closer to that journey?
Hello everyone, my name is Yuande. My goal is to create a networking business or platform really for upcoming businesses to get more visibility. Because I have access to events which I know about, but some businesses may not know about, so especially with like black-owned businesses as well, and women-owned businesses where it's they probably go to one show or event, but they don't know about other businesses or even in their same area. So just to get them connected as well, so they can have a bigger platform for themselves and they can work together to make a bigger community. So that's my...
You use your intuition, but what's been coming towards you?
So basically, I've just been going out talking to people, which my manager said I can't communicate. And then I was like, really? Okay. And that's another story anyway. Basically, so I've been going to other businesses, telling people my vision. Yeah, great. They give me their business cards, we communicate. I've met wonderful people, singers, actors, everyone, you name it. And they're like, oh, yeah, what are you doing? Like, they're on it, like hotcake. And then I was just like, shit, I need to get this going. I'm thinking, like, what do I do? I'm thinking, yeah, Instagram. Boom, yeah, Instagram. I'm thinking that I don't even have a name, so I've just been brainstorming.
Can anyone think of some names today?
But I come up with a name. It's called NIA Network. So basically, it's through Kwanzaa principles. So kind of like connection, community. So that's my philosophy at the moment.
It's kind of like a mixture of the intuition and fulfillment. There's a couple of us have said, you know, there's periods that you have like isolation, you feel very lonely and everything like that, and that's a really difficult time to be in, because the world is set up to keep you distracted from everything. Like, you're busy, like your phone is going all the time, or someone's talking to you, or you're thinking about this and all. So your head is constantly busy. So when you start to really tap into that intuition, in order for you to actually get the space to hear the voice, there needs to be a silence. And most of us are not used to just sitting in the non-noise. Your phone's not going off, you're not having a chatter with your friends, you're not just talking nonsense for no reason, you're just sitting there, and then you start to hear a voice, and then you have to get to the point where you actually realise that is your voice and start to trust the voice. And one of the reasons why I know more now to trust my intuition is because of the time and the money it's cost me when I haven't done so. And one of my mum's favourite sayings, and all the Jamaicans will relate to this, is if you don't
feel, you must feel.
And fulfillment for me, it comes in like tiny little increments. The fulfillment for me can be, sometimes I'll just get one little message from somebody who will say, oh, I listened to that podcast episode, it really spoke to me, or I shared it with a friend, or even better is when someone's been on the podcast and then they've got a client out of it. And it's not even been anything to do with me, it's like that connection, and seeing how you can set that up, and that makes me feel really good as well. And the pleasure is also, it's still small, it's still like my personal little secret of like seeing the vision and see where it's going to go, but just kind of like nurturing these moments when it's like it's just you and the baby still, before it can walk, before it goes out into the world and you have no control of it. It's that fulfillment is kind of these baby steps moments that I'm really enjoying as well.
So hi, so I'm Hanifa, and I'm so glad that you've done this acronym, this Wi-Fi acronym. I can't wait for the other eye. Because for myself, I can say that for me, the what is, I've got past that. I've got to the, so what if they don't like me? Well, so what? So what? So what? I'm a coach, and I'm a poet, and various other things I do, and author and so on. Okay, that's good. And so I've got to the, whatever. The I, the intuition. My intuition has told me to get my poems out of the folder that I've kept them in for the last 20 years, get them in a book. There's the book. There's the book. And fulfillment is coming from the place that I'm at the moment, with the help of my coach, who's in this room, okay. My fulfillment is coming from connecting with women through a women's retreat that I'm holding. Now, this is a big thing for me. I'm holding a women's retreat at the end of September, September the 27th to the 29th, and it's your Unmask Your Inner Queen retreat. Unmask Your Inner Queen retreat. I'm so excited. And huge fulfillment that I know I'm going to get from it, but beyond me is I know that other women are going to benefit from being in that space. So I'm so thankful for this opportunity to talk about it. The website only went live yesterday. I was so I'm really, really excited about it. So can't wait for the eye. always. So I'm kind of like there, the what ifs, the intuition, the fulfillment, and being more and more fulfilled every day. And about that intuition, I wanted to say, for me, it's about tuning into the God force within me. My poetry book is called My Soul and Purpose, S-O-U-L, My Soul Purpose. I'm very much about connecting with the soul, connecting with God inside of myself, the God, the goddess, whatever you want to call it, inside of myself. Because I know that none of what I do, or what I do, comes from me, only me, because if it were me, I'd just be lying in bed all day, cream crackers or doing something like that. But I'm kind of like, yeah, I've got a sister, I've got an enemy, but I'm tuning in more and more and more and more to the God force within. And so the book, the 2 books, the retreat, and of course my coach, my beautiful coach over there, we're going places. So yeah, I just thank them. If anyone's interested in the retreat, come and see me, and I'll give you the retreat website. Only a few places left, so you need to get it ready. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Hi. My mission is to support people to become their best selves. So my goals are all around that. And when you were talking about intuition, for years I ignored this part that said you need to get out of what you're doing, and because I didn't listen to it, I had to go through all sorts of strife and pain. And when I was in that, all of a sudden it's like, the universe does not want you to do what it is that you're doing, so you need to look elsewhere. And my intuition never comes as a feeling, it comes as a thought. And my job, my intuition works in my subconscious all the time, and my job is to provide the environment for it to be able to flourish and give me the best decisions that I can make.
Thank you guys, that was lovely. Okay, so we'll move away from, just a moment. Yeah. It's the big one. This is the last one. But once we've got everything else in place, this one we won't be listening to it. Hopefully won't even hear it. I hardly hear it anymore, except for when I came to talk. But yeah, I don't really hear it anymore. But this is massive, massive, massive. Now, if you're not aware of these, the ego talking to you, and you can separate yourself, then it is going to stop you from being confident on creating your life and doing things that you want to do. So has anyone got any, I'll tell you the story about my imposter syndrome. Well, actually, how I don't listen to it anymore. So a couple of months ago, one of my friends based in Luton, she asked me to come on the show, a radio show. So I don't know, yes, you know Yvonne? Yvonne? Yes. So she came up to, she asked me to come on the radio show actually. So it was to advertise the last event in March. I was all excited, like my first radio show. I've never been on radio before. So I went on with 2 other ladies, and I was really nervous because it was not only on radio, but she was recording it for Facebook as well. So I was there, it was such a lovely experience. So I got on there and spoke about my event, and that went well. And then all three of us got on the platform and spoke, and it was lovely, really, really lovely. So Yvonne said to me, she said to our audience actually, she's looking for a producer. So I was like, sounds interesting. So I said straight away, I'd love to do that. No idea how to produce, no idea whatsoever. But I love to learn, and I've learned learning or putting myself in different environments gives me so much opportunity. I love learning. Like people ask me what I like to do for fun. I'm on dating sites, okay? So it's a typical question, isn't it? What to do for fun? And I always say I like to go to events. I like to learn. Like we went to a 4-day speaking workshop. It was knackering. I bloody loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I said yes. So We talked, she was like, are you joking? I was like, no, I'd love to do it. And she said, we'll train you up and stuff, just a little bit of training. But it was absolutely fine, and it has opened up so many doors, to the point now, I had my first show. It's still live on Facebook if you want to watch it. It's hilarious, because I brought my mum, I brought my sister along, because they've never been on radio as well. So I really wanted to do like a little family show, and like it was really, I had so many lovely ideas. Well, I had 4 ideas, in fact, of the topics we're going to talk about. And I had 4 songs, because there's 4 little intervals. Ran out of songs, ran out of things to talk, and I was just in a panic. But I used my intuition just to talk, and it was fine. A lot of people said it was really good. But even before I did that first interview, actually, or the first radio show, I was just looking on Facebook, as I do, and I noticed there was a radio station, looking for presenters. So I'm like, okay, you guys. So I applied, I spoke to the guy, and I've got my own radio show. Once you're aware of it, once you're aware of that chit-chat, it's not going to touch you. You can still go and create your life. You can still go and do those opportunities. You can learn on a job. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, but it's not going to stop me. I'm going to try my best. So yeah, that's me. So yeah, radio personality now. Anyone else got any stories? Yes, yeah.
Imposter syndrome. So I've kind of done a hell of a lot of personal development work, and I know that in my ego, I've got a massive fear of rejection. It comes from my story, from my childhood. Everything about me, from my story, adopted, mixed race, don't look like anything, don't fit in anywhere. So wherever I have gone, I've always felt like I don't belong, right? And this one, I think when I first got over it, was I started working with Levi Roots, if anyone knows. So, and I was like, who am I working with Levi Roots? And he was, Lucy, Lambeth Council want to talk to us. I want you to present to Lambeth Council. And when I say I was freaking out before that presentation, like, who the hell am I to be sat next to Levi Roots pitching, right, when that's what he does, right? Like, who am I to be pitching his thing and his vision? And and I really was like, I can't do this. And I used intuition. I actually used a technique of visualizing, this presentation going well, the kind of energy of that presentation, how I wanted it to go, and then tuned into that energy whilst I was presenting, because there were many moments where I was freaking out, like, what am I doing here, pitching to these people? And he's been getting me to go and pitch to all sorts of people since, and I'm like, who am I? So it comes up all the time.
So I've noticed this in my whole life, but for the last 6 months, decided to go on a journey of making my own business, learning all different ways and I think sometimes if you can do it in the moment, it's really fabulous, but my technique over the last 6 months is I've got mala beads, so there's 108 beads on there, and I force myself to accept a new truth, like by doing it every single day. Like I'm like, you can speak your life into existence by repetition. It's so powerful. And my business partner as well, even when I'm feeling down some days, having a trusted person that knows your vision and that can remind you. Some days I'm like, oh no, it's not going to happen. And then she's like, no, it is going to happen. And then it just, that's powerful. If you've got a trusted person, that trusted person can get rid of that.
Accountability partner.
Hi, my name's Cheryl. So I'll say the last few years I've got to that point where I call my awakening, where I've kind of gone through a journey of learning, and now I'm kind of really enjoying kind of what's happening, and I'm able to kind of step into what I've been an advocate of self-love, the importance of having self-love in our life, self-empowerment, of being compassionate and kind. especially as women. And so it's something that I'm kind of really enjoying and almost feel very driven to kind of share that message. And while I'm kind of going through this kind of drive of, you know, this is a passion which I'm, you know, feel deeply about, and almost feel like I'm being pushed to kind of create this platform to kind of share it even further. But the moments where I kind of find myself enjoying this, you know, creating it and seeing it develop and, you know, getting interest from other people, I have moments where I'm thinking, actually, who are you doing this? Like, you know, kind of asking myself, how, you know, you're actually really going to do this, and you're actually really creating this thing. So there's this kind of moments, they're fleeting, but they do kind of pop in every moment where they kind of, you can start to question, you know, are you really, is this really for you? Are you really the right person for doing this? And then kind of managing that away, like they said earlier about detach, kind of really walking away from it. And I think earlier someone's mentioned about kind of having the right circles around you, people that can kind of help empower you, be your champions and stuff. And so that's also been kind of quite interesting learning, so that who's around me. Certainly what I've recognised is, like again we mentioned today about families are always the people, because to kind of go to and share your excitement, because then they kind of get those looks like, you're about, you know, or just not quite getting, you know, so that can kind of flatten it. So it's, you know, so like you mentioned earlier about just having someone around you that can actually say, you know, that this is good thing, this is really, I can see where you're coming from, I see the passions. So that, yeah, so they're fleeting, but it's about managing. I think I've done that kind of way of managing, let them be fleeting and not kind of stuck. I think that's it.
I've been running out of time, Hope, but I just wanted to speak to Hope. So Hope has just done her birthday again today. We haven't done the bump yet. You just did your first talk. So you've got over that, that imposter syndrome. Is there anything you can share with us about how you did it?
I don't know, it's something that I've always wanted to do, and it's just been a big fear of mine. And especially with what I was talking about in my story, and relapse and things which I've recently gone through, I have felt like I was a fool to other people, to be helping them when I'm not okay myself. But then comes that saying that I always say, which is it's okay to not be okay. And recently I've learned that if I feel that fear about doing something, it means that it's what I should be doing, and I need to follow it and listen to it. So that's kind of what I did with the talk today, is I was so scared to do it, but I knew that it was the right thing for me to do, and I followed that, and it was incredible, so thank you.
You were amazing. Yeah.
What's got next? You've got space for one more.
So, oh yeah.
You've got space for one more.
Yes.
It'll be great.
Okay, so my experience of imposter syndrome was recent. So I'm a singer-songwriter, and last year I tried to visualise myself going through performances, singing in front of people. I've written songs, poems, spoken word for years, but never performed up until this year. So I actually performed into my 30th birthday, and that was the best experience ever, because it was something I never thought I could do. Stand up and sing in front of people, my own music, everything I wrote myself. It was produced by my boyfriend, and it was something that gave me such a sense of fulfillment to share my music with the world. And yeah, a sense of accomplishment, because I knew I could do it. I visualized it last year. That was my intuition. And I followed through with it. Same with what Hope was just saying, the fear. Like, I doubled down on it. Although I felt fearful, I doubled down and turned that fear into power, and was able to bring myself out of that fearful position, that fearful mental point, and position myself spiritually to deliver what I needed to tell everyone. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. So So that's the I in the Wi-Fi. So you like in the Wi-Fi? Yeah. You feel you can connect more to it, yeah? Yeah. Create a life you love and say yes to more things. So that's me in my little producing mode. And that's me coaching. There's no alcohol in that, by the way. But I could have my big, beautiful glass of lovely, fruit juice, and just be at home, and that is fulfillment to me, and coach people and work from home and have the sun shining, and that is everything. So what I'm trying to say is you can do it, you can really do it. So, this is a bit, so now as you guys know, I'm a coach, and I have some spaces open. So if you want to talk to me, I don't know if I've actually put some forms at the back, but please reach out to me. A lot of you I do know on Facebook, so send me a message. I have worked so hard to get to this space. Again, I'm going to mention William. It's like it's meant to be here, because literally, without his work, I really don't know where the hell I've been. So I've done, this is 4 or 5 years ago, deep work, and I have now started to put together what I've done to get to where I am now, and I'm happy and so willing to share it with as many people as I can. Women, ideally, because I love my girls. I love my girls. So I want to be able to offer this training or this coaching to help you, elevate you, and to nurture you to do the same. You can create your own events. You can go and speak. I'm speaking next month. I'm speaking in Vegas. I'm so happy. And I've done the work, and now I'm ready to share it with as many people as I can. So I really want to thank you guys for being here, seeing my vision. I'm gonna ask for help. I did a post about this on Facebook, but help me to grow this. I think, I really love it, and I think it's going to help a lot of people, but I do need some support, I really do. So if you want to get involved, if you want to speak, you want to share it with your friends, your family, please do. If you want to speak next time, let me know. We can work together and get you up here and sharing your story. So help spread the word. The next one is on Saturday, 28th of September. So it does kind of roll into the retreat.
Next time round, it wasn't meant to be.
So think, but I love you guys to just connect. And as I said, my vision is to move this around the UK, Birmingham. I have quite a few people have said that there's nothing like that up here, up there, I should say. So are you based up there now?
No, I've lived in London for 7 years.
Right, okay.
I went to school there.
Yes, you've got a good connection.
There's not really a well-being community. I don't know whether that's to do with like funding in general by, you know what I mean, the NHS trying to help people. It's just,
the more people I've been speaking to on Facebook, they're saying the same thing. So if you want to, as I said, join. Let's do this. So if everyone's based in different places, you can host a She Create Live. That's what I want. I want everyone to go and do their thing. So let's do it. So thank you so much for before you go, can I get some pictures as well?
Yes.
You want to be in front of the cover,
Yes.
So let's
And the winner who signed up is Lisa Payne.
Lisa! Thank you so much. We're just going to take some pictures, and then I'll send you on your merry way to connect with your Wi-Fi.